Child.
Woo! Now, I got receipts, I got videos, I got stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. Y'all, Monique took her butt on the club Shay Shay.
Child.
Monique done went to Club Shay Shay and spilled all of the tea. All of it. Okay? She spilled this. She said she got receipts. She broke down the story. She explained some stuff. And then after the actual interview, she said, I'm going to drop the receipts on the page. So I was like, social media is crazy. Just think about like before social media was a thing, when the comedians were on the top and how they had to deal with each other for problems. Like, it's just crazy because they have to make 50. Right?
I mean, yeah, but let's be clear. Beef is beef. Like I used to work in a nursing home, and if Belinda sat in Mrs. Such and Such seat at lunch, Walkers is flying. Things are happening. You know, beef is beef. It's up and it's stuck forever. It don't really matter the age.
Okay.
It can still happen. I prefer them arguing than Monique arguing with Just Hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, they got some beef. Air it out. What they saying? What was it?
They got beef. Okay, so let me get y'all some clips real quick. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's show y'all some of these videos, and then we could just tell y'all if we believe it, if we don't, if we think somebody was out of order, or what the case may be. All right, let's see. Monique. We'll wait to do that one. We'll do Monique on Tiffany Haddish. We'll start there. We'll give y'all. It's kind of mid. It's a little.
Beautiful sister Tiffany Haddish did an interview with GQ magazine, and this, in my humble opinion, is where we keep throwing each other under the bus. You're doing an interview with GQ magazine, and I'm assuming the journalist was a white person, and the conversation turned to Monique. And she said, well, I don't do business like Monique do business, and I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers.
But she don't know your husband.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs. If you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up in what looks like you could have been grooming a child. And I say all of that with no judgment. But when you speak about having a husband like mine, you open up the door. And I'm saying to you, if you had one like mine, you may not sit in these positions that you can't explain the next day.
Right.
Or it's a hard way to go. So once again...
Well, she doesn't even have a husband, let alone like yours.
Well, damn it now. You said...
All right, let me give you another video, y'all. I want to make sure I give y'all all of them that I got on here. Okay, I ain't worked this hard for nothing. Y'all come see these videos. All right, so we can give Monique on Tyler Perry. She said something on him too.
To the Hoodie Awards. Tyler Perry is there. Okay? Tyler Perry calls me in his room. Now, when I go into Tyler Perry's room, his staff is in there. Now, you ready to holler laughing?
Yes.
Okay, I take my security in there with me because I always want to have somebody with me.
Right.
Right? Tyler Perry does this. And the people scattered. They all left out the room. I said, look at this shit right here. You saw me. And they all scattered.
That wasn't the lights. That's for the people. You don't like clap lights on?
Lights off because they got their asses up out of here,
okay.
So at the time, my security looked at me. I said, you don't work for Tyler Perry. You could.
Touche.
So Tyler Perry says to me, listen, Monique, we really need you to, promote this film because if you get nominated for the Oscar, your next movie is going to be $3 to $5 million. If you win it, your next movie is $6 to $8 million. I said, Tyler Perry, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. When they gonna pay that kind of money? No, I'm telling you, that's what it is. And if you just go and promote it, I said, listen, brother, you can pay me to promote it. Because at the time, now him and Oprah are producers on the film.
Right.
I said, you can pay me to do it. I don't care where the check come from, but y'all just gotta pay me to do it. He said, I'm not in the habit of giving out money for free. I said, and I'm not in the habit of working for free. But you gave TD Jakes a check for $1 million, but that's another story, and I'm back. So when he then says that, it's like, listen, we both mutually agree. You don't give out free money, I don't
give
work
out
for
free
free.
service.
We hugged, Shannon. When we were done talking, we hugged. Do you hear me?
Yes.
We hugged like brother and sister, like it's cool. He understands.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so pause right there. I feel like on Tiffany Haddish, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. You said something on her husband, she's allowed to respond. I'm not mad. Deal with it. On Tyler Perry, I feel like now that I have the full story, you know what I mean? I'm happy that she broke it down and she told it how it went. Um, because now I understand why she didn't want to do all that touring and all that kind of stuff, like what was going on in her life, and you guys wanting her, you really are wanting her to work. You're wanting her to leave her family. You wanting her to, she's on a break right now, and you like come out here and promote this movie, which is work. Promoting a movie is still work. I gotta get out here, get my makeup on, hair on, be nice, be smiling, taking pictures and stuff. I'm not getting paid to do this, and I'm not with my toddlers and my man. Like, I need to be getting paid for this as a person that works, like a 9 to 5, on top of my own business. When not supposed to go in, I'm not going in. And that's like them telling me, well, you need to come in because, do this for the team, on my off day, and they ain't gonna pay me. Like, y'all, like in layman's terms, that's how I took it. No. So I feel her. No, I'm not coming in. So then to talk to Tyler, and Tyler like, come on, sis, you got to take one for the team. And she like, bruh, like, you can pay me if they not gonna pay me, but somebody need to pay me. And you like, well, I ain't gonna give you the money. Well, what you mean? What I'm supposed to do? Still just do it for nothing? I'm not going to give anybody any work, and I'm not compensated. Are you crazy? You do it. Like, you don't want to just give me money. It's the same, situation. So no, because I got it. I like that auntie broke it down like that for me, because now I'm like, oh yeah, girl, And they tried to blackball you because you ain't want to work for free.
Oh, what to try, they did. Now I will say it took me a minute to really understand this issue, because honestly, when this came out, I was in my 20s. Like, I ain't really care about that. I was at Club 7, twerking my ass and stuff. Like, I wasn't really into stuff like that, right?
Yes.
But as I got older and I listened to what she was saying or whatever, it absolutely made sense. And what was crazy is I remember Will Smith and other people saying, like, touring is part of the movie, and how it was, it's free, it's a part, like how everybody basically was saying at that time that what was asked of her is normal. You make a movie and you go tour, but you don't ask for extra money.
Yeah.
But in no way was it broken down at that time that she had already fulfilled the promotion.
Yeah, she did her promo.
They picked it up. Lionsgate picked it up because it was an independent movie.
Right.
Y'all picked the movie up and then said, can you keep on doing it? Can you keep on promoting?
Lionsgate picking it up should have it in my feed to pay me more money to go do this. Like, I understand what she's saying. Y'all got to put this in like layman's terms of real work. This is her job.
Because she only got $50,000 for that role.
Right.
When you cut that check, check needs to complete everything. That 50,000 is used up. Yeah. And you telling me y'all wasn't gonna get no more money?
Yeah.
Come on now. I'm with her when she right, y'all.
Yeah, and that's just
when she wrong.
And I guess I like that Monique stands on principle, because I feel like people don't do that anymore. I like that Monique is like, nah, make this right. Like, y'all need to like step up, because it's for real. Like, Tyler, Oprah, everybody, come on, y'all. Like, at this point, it's time for y'all to step up and make right on this. And it shouldn't be, well, that was a long time ago. That was back, 15 years ago. So what? You need to own up to what you did. Don't just brush it on the rug and because time has went on, she should get over it. No, because y'all, she lost out on money, on deals. It ruined her livelihood with her family. Like that changed her life. And y'all the cause of that. Like, so like as decent human beings, step up and do something. Like, I don't like that. It's starting to be way too much shady stuff surrounding Oprah, surrounding Tyler Perry. We just starting to see it, and y'all stuff starting to crumble. And if you guys at this point where y'all are about to crumble, because this is the year of the exposure, year of the Aquarius, they saying y'all, they at y'all neck.
I do have a question for Monique when it comes to this Tyler Perry.
What'd you say?
When it comes to Tyler Perry's situation, I do have a question for Monique, which is, why has she never taken legal action for defamation? Because you can show that you had a loss of income and this was slanderous, rumored information. I wonder why she hasn't sued nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to get my money one way or another. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If it were me, I've already told my story and dropped the receipts. A suit is going to be, I'm calling Cassie's lawyers and I'm figuring out a way for you to compensate me. Because at this point, I don't even want no apology. I want my checks. And I want them from either the OWN Network, bitch, Gail, Tyler, TD Jakes. I don't give a goddamn, like she said, who cuts the check.
Yeah.
But I'd have been adding, multiplying, all types of things, carrying the one and the two for me. Now, I do know she's suing CBS.
It seems like she wants the apology and acknowledgement more than the money. Like
I would say so, because she, to me, it sounds like it's a solid case. I've heard the audio. She's had the audio out for years. People just now listening to it.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't see it. I don't see what the problem is. I'd have been took his ass to court. Ben did it.
Yeah.
Ben did it. But what I noticed is she only sues the white people, which I'm cool with, because she's in legal process with CBS to get royalties for the Parkers.
Yeah.
So that's an ongoing case.
I don't think it's about that for us. Like when Monique be asking questions, like how is that going to affect our community? I really don't think it's about taking money from Tyler on some grimy, I sued you, I won. She wants him to be a stand-up man and stand up. And she's standing on his neck.
No, you're going to have to stand up on my check. That's what I'm talking about. She's so used to people raising grown people respectfully, Mo. Respectfully. Because you said, let me see this real quick. You said that man raised you. So respectfully. Once you have done your due diligence, like you can't like shame people into integrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want for her to sue them and get her money. With Gigi. I want her to sue them and get her money. It's only so many receipts. Obviously, they're going to keep ignoring you. And when he do apologize, honestly, I don't even think it'll be sincere. I think his back will be against the wall. Things will crumble. And he will probably look to her to probably gain the public's trust or redemption, like when everything crumbles. You know what I'm saying? Then this idea right by Monique, I'm trying to be a different person. But I don't even think it'll be sincere at this point, to be honest.
Yeah.
She needs to sue him. Him, Oprah, OWN, everybody. Lionsgate. Everybody has been on the lawsuit. I'd have rolled the dice on who paying first. Everybody.
All right. So wait, we got another person that entered the the argument because Monique had a lot more to say. So there's another clip that she said that I guess kind of maybe sort of triggered someone, and then that kind of brought a lot aftermath. So this is what she had to say about comedian D.L. Hughley.
Radio show.
Yes.
D.L. Hughley is not there. His team is there. Mm-hmm. And Shannon, we having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they say, Monique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar. Let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather.
No.
Okay? Now.
Monique, you should have said, I'm too old for this game.
Wait a minute. We're having fun, baby. Right? We're having a good time, Shannon. Okay. It's the sister there and there's two other guys. We're having a great time. It's a beautiful Black unity cookout. Okay. We're having a good time.
Okay.
Would you say your wife was your family? Is that considered family?
Yeah,
So your husband is considered family, right?
absolutely.
Okay. So here we go. They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
Really, Monique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that? Well, we just planned. I said, tell me the joke in that, because I don't know what you're insinuating. Then you're involving people that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother. DL. I'm going to call my brother. I call DL Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby. Yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Monique's going to be calling.
Right.
Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother, right?
Yeah.
Hey, DL, yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team, and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like, stupid. Like, asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it. I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is. Now, it got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist. So it never aired. So we have, like, when Cat Williams talk and people, truth tellers talk, we have receipts to everything we're saying. That's how that whole thing got started. Okay? It's family. My husband is my family.
Okay. So we see a video the next morning after this, interview with Monique and Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay airs the next morning, because I woke up to go to the bathroom at like 5 a.m. and afterwards I'm in my phone strolling when I should go back to sleep, but I'm strolling. I see DL Hughley going off in the live video. And I'm like, what is happening? Is he?
It was fast, wasn't it? Like it was saved
Yeah.
in the drafts.
It was quick. It was literally the next morning. And
It wasn't 24 hours old.
Right, but it wasn't 24 hours. It was like
He posted it that night. You woke up at 5.
Yeah.
Because
So
I did my TikTok that night.
Before 5. He posted it before 5 in the morning.
Yes, because I did my TikTok that night, that same night that the interview aired. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That was in a reel. That was saved. Since he dropped her picture, DL had that in his heart, ready to upload. If you ask me.
It seemed like he kind of overreacted a little bit,
because he was already. It had to be already saved.
It wasn't where he was going. So let me show y'all his video, and then we'll talk. So let's go to his video, and then let's look at that, because I was lost. Like, why is he so upset? I don't even think and it was that bad. That's what I was thinking.
Messier and messier. Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she says she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints, I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. But what you will find Is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had? Look at the ticket. It says D.L. Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? If she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. There's a reason why everywhere she go, shit starts. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
Ooh.
All the lady said was she didn't have a good time at the interview. That's all that lady said. That lady said what the question was, that you was dismissive and it escalated. That's all that lady said.
And
Daryl, that's all she said, Daryl.
all she said, and from there he came with so much, and he brought up the whole beef, and she mentioned your daughter. You brought your daughter up. You brought up the contract stuff. Like she wasn't talking about none of that. All she talked about was the radio situation. And you
did mention the memo deal. I think that was like a little bit prior. She did mention the memo deal.
Yeah.
But she did. I don't recall her
mentioning his
talking
daughter
about that man's family again.
Yeah. Because I thought she apologized about the family thing.
She did in 2022 on stage.
Okay.
She ain't said nothing about that man's family. She ain't said nothing. Daryl.
This man said something about her son. I guess she's estranged from her son. And then he said that you're going to have to always pay a man to love you. That is sad. That is sad. Like,
oh no, Burnell said she did bring it up. She brought up the family. Where was that at? She brought up the family. I don't remember her saying anything.
Maybe she brought the contract and the memo thing, but I guess I don't care about that. I guess what I was listening to was where all the beef started. Like, and it just was the show.
All I remember her saying, and I had went back after I had watched that IG because it was a lot.
Yeah.
She talked about the memo deal, and she said, what Burnell say? No, she did bring it up on the show. On Club Shay Shay.
She brought up the show, like the show they were supposed to do together, the contract situation.
Okay, but not like the family stuff again. That was my point. Like she said, she had mentioned to Shannon, like, and you know we had an issue about the club. You know how he put a memo deal out. You know that's bad business. And what did you show him for our community, like that? But I don't recall her mentioning. No, the show, not the family. So right.
I guess that was her way of saying
back up about his daughter.
I guess that was a way of her saying her beef started with DL because he and his team was shitting on what she considers family. Because she was like, you would consider your husband, your wife is your family, right? So like she understands that she's overstepped when she mentioned his family, his daughter. But she needs you to understand that you and your team overstepped when y'all mentioned her husband. She was letting you know without necessarily mentioning your daughter again. But yeah, nigga, like you came from my family. My husband is my family. Like, and I guess maybe they feel like because they don't like her husband, they can clown her husband, they can talk bad about him. But
that's why they gave that question, because and you know, every episode of the DL Hughley little radio show ain't on YouTube, obviously. So, and I don't listen to it, so I don't know. But I have never heard of another guest have that type of curated question. To me, it was very underhanded on purpose because people don't like her husband. He hasn't translated well to the public. Why would you even ask such a question like that? You don't ask Steve that shit about Marjorie. He's been on your platform. I ain't never heard y'all ask somebody that's been married or in a relationship no shit like that.
Right.
Y'all curated that question for her, in my opinion. Y'all curated that. Y'all wanted to poke that goddamn bear, in my opinion.
Right. And then you tell her how to react to it. And honestly, as a grown-ass man, DL, you should have said, yeah, okay, you should have took that L and apologized. Like, this long beef, for real, has started from there. When Monique breaks down how the beef actually started, I don't care about anything that followed that, right? Because as a grown-ass man, you could have deaded that then. All this other stuff that's happened since then, the contract, the memo, talking about family, her talking about your daughter, you talking about her son, like, that's dead. You could have dead that stuff a long ass time ago.
And like, it makes sense now, because when they was arguing over that goddamn contract, instead of talking to the promoter, I get why I get why mad she was, because there was backhanded beef already going on.
Yeah.
So now she, whether it's true or not, she said somebody told her, don't make it true that, you said you wasn't gonna perform if you didn't go last. We don't know, but I can see how that escalates it, because you already did some fuck shit prior. And I personally believe that you were dismissive because you could have just edited it out.
Yeah. And you could have took that L. You could have said, you know what, Mo, you right. That is disrespectful. My bad. It was a little blanter. I get it. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to do that. And kept it moving. Like, because you can honestly admit that question is inappropriate. Like, as a grown-ass man, stand 10 toes down, you wouldn't want no one asking your wife something inappropriate like that.
What if she would have said to DL Hughley wife, would you rather DL Hughley cheat on you with Gabrielle Union or knowing that there's been a history of an affair on top of that? How disrespectful that would have been as a question to his wife. So, like, he could miss me with that. But it also showed to me that I don't think he has good, like, conflict resolution or de-escalation skills per his responses. Like, just look how harsh his response was to that. I could bet you he responded that way.
It's the radio and the memo. That's what she mentioned. Where the beef started, dude. Where it started. She let us know and broke it down where it started. She gave us the questions to where it should eliminate everything else, where you can just be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But you was mad. You talking about her and her greasy ass husband, and you talking about her Wade and Captain Crunch, and like you saying she an effing liar. Like, you was just like, dang, dude, for real.
I said this on TikTok. DL talking about Monique not being able to tell jokes, when I personally, and I'm gonna let y'all put in the comment, I don't know a DL Hughley stand-up that's memorable, and I have watched them, and I can't think of one. I can't think of a Def Comedy Jam joke that stood out, or a Comic View joke. I don't even recall me going to school or restating shit he said on King Comedy. But I remember Milk and Cookies and all the motherfuckers and jumping on my goddamn couch. And I can give you some Bernie. Hell, I could even give you when Steve said if it was us on that Titanic, we'd be knocking shit over. And but what I cannot do, I could do Cedric, I wish a motherfucker would, but I cannot give you a memorable DL Hughley joke. And that is sincere. It's not even trying to be funny. I can't. I can't. I didn't even know. I can't. It's not memorable for me. On top of that, so we got one. We got one in the arsenal. Somebody said going home. Perfect. But not Kings of Comedy. Okay, but going home. Okay, cool. One. I can't also tell you nothing about that Hughley show. I can't tell you if it's streamed on Netflix or Tubi.
You know what?
I don't remember shit about that goddamn show.
We're gonna need to do some research, y'all. It is the battle of the comedians. It is the battle of the funnies.
But just think about it, y'all. Like, I don't even think we got to do no research and go that goddamn hard. Y'all mad at Kevin Hart right now. But let's not act like people wasn't going around yelling out pineapples and all right, all right, all right. Let's not act like you don't know some of the comedians of like real catchphrases that was like culturally impactful or episodes. Like, we ain't gonna sit here and say Steve Harvey show wasn't good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna go over the top. But DL out of them is the weakest one.
I was thinking about all the sitcoms I used to watch growing up, back when sitcoms was something. You know, definitely watch the Steve Harvey show. Definitely watch Hang with Mr. Cooper. Watch the Bernie Mac show.
Watch the Parkers. Ain't fucking around on them Parkers, bro.
I was trying to think about the comedians whose shows I did watch, and I was like family shows. All right, the Coopers, Steve Harvey. I watched My Wife and Kids, the Cosby
Love
Show.
That show.
I was like, but I didn't watch the Hughleys.
We didn't watch the Hughleys.
I knew it came on though, but I don't know why I didn't watch it.
We didn't run the screen to watch it. Neither did we do Cedric's show, and that's just the reality of things. So my whole thing is, when
I watched Sinbad. I don't know if y'all watched.
Sinbad was great,
but I watched the Sinbad TV show. I watched that show. Like I watched most of these shows, y'all. I did watch, but for some reason,
I can't tell you a D.L. Hughley movie without just the brothers.
The brothers is the one I know. Yeah,
off the top of my head, like something that I'm like, okay, a good movie I remember with D.L. Hughley in it. The brothers.
Yeah, but he has to have the other people. Like, you know, you got all them fine ass men.
So all I'm saying is, when you do a clapback, your clapback can't be an insult in a reverse to yourself.
Karma, you got to finish it, because DL's character was not one of the fine ass men. He was like the little husband that was funny, but
the little husband who wasn't getting no head.
Right. And he was funny. He did have some funny moments.
He had comedic relief, but that's all DL is to be, as a political commentator with comedic relief. But he's not that strong of a comedian. Yeah. He ain't never been in nobody's top 3. And that's just fucking that. So you calling the tea kettle black, whether you like Monique comedy or stand-up or whatever, D.L. Hughley realistically cannot hold a candle to her goddamn resume. And he's the weakest one out of the bunch. In their era, he is one of the weakest ones out of the bunch when you stand up
and we have to for you, and we give you respect, dude, because you have taken, you know, that and made, you know, a world for yourself and got you a fan base and got you a show. I'm not hating on that, because, you know, we trying to survive out here. So being that you weren't one of the greatest, because like Bernie Mac, bruh, like Bernie was the king, and he has not been topped yet. So
the DL ain't even topping some more than the rest of them. Okay. Not Melody Camacho or none of them, in my opinion. In my opinion, DL Hughley is one of the weakest comics in their era.
I mean, it's a lot of people that didn't make it to where they should have. You know, like when they did, like Lunel. Lunel should have made it when they made it. She should have been right there with them.
But she was in their era. So everybody that was on the Def Comedy Jams that took off, he is the weakest fucking one.
The fact that he took off before Lunel, like Lunel is starting to get her flowers now a little bit more. But how did you make it above some of these other people that was just like funnier? So again, DL, I've got respect for you, but you kind of slid in.
You had me fucked up with that. The worst Netflix. Wait a minute, because you can't hold a candle to her, though. Even if that Netflix special was bad, and it was. Don't get me wrong. The one with the inmate, hilarious. Queens, hilarious. Like, Monique got some funny stand-ups.
No, she got some
But overall, on the board, you cannot hold a candle to her. Not in accolades, not in movies, not in TV shows, not in talk shows. Like, Monique is very well-rounded. Stop playing with yourself on this damn
she got an Oscar, she got a whole Oscar.
NAACP Awards, Emmy nominated, Grammy nominated. Are you kidding me? Like, I honestly, without this radio show, and I promise this is just with all the respect, what does DLL, what does he have? What are we watching? What does he have?
Yeah. right,
That
y'all.
was
Let's
a
see.
wild statement, deal. You should be ashamed of yourself talking about she can't write no joke. That's crazy for you to say that. For you to say that. You know
So,
what I mean? It's like another fat bitch calling somebody fat. This is wild for you to be saying some shit like that.
so
Talking about her
she,
greasy phone, your phone greasy. This is
yeah,
you talking about her family after what you told us about yours.
yeah,
You talking about her daddy, but who was you as a? This is a horrible, horrible comeback. Give me a
yeah.
phone log out because it's horrible, horrible.
It's bad. It's bad. DL needs to. He, you made
And
it worse.
he
You didn't
came back
make
and
yourself look
clarified.
good. Because now we starting to understand what happened, and that's
I
making it
believe it.
worse. That's
Yep,
what's making it worse. Because we ain't stupid, so we like, wait a minute, what happened,
that's how you talk on the phone. That's this little tone you got.
Auntie?
That was what you had on that phone, and you can't convince me otherwise. Because he never told y'all he said sorry. He offered to edit it. He never gave y'all any interventions of trying to de-escalate it. None. He
And he
just
just went
so I'm
off.
cool
It
with
was
it.
so quick. So then she kind of came back and was like, bruh, like her, and Sydney did a video after he did that. I didn't tape it. But she was basically like saying, I didn't even talk about that stuff. And you go in here with that, you know what I'm saying? And how she apologized and all that shit. Like, she just kind of was like, bruh, like you doing the most. For real. I kind of took it like they were just saying you doing the most. So then he
I
comes
did too.
so then he came back again with another one. So let me show y'all that. He was unhinged. Like, DL, uncle? Oh, wait, it didn't do it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a picture. Wait. It said it's playing. I might not have it. Hold on. If I don't have it, then Karma gonna have to give it to y'all. I want to put your phone down. And
Yeah,
I'll send
I
it.
mean, y'all, it was so cringy. Like this one was cringy as well. He talked about her phone being greasy. He called
Again.
her another fat face on liar. He talked about her Netflix special, but again, only one person in the comments can remember one.
Mhm.
Um, it was cringy. Um, it was unnecessary, and again, to me, speaks. But like I told y'all on TikTok, that man hangs around liars. He hangs around them, and
Mhm.
we all know that your core values and essence of who you are is gonna reflect in your friendships.
Yeah.
Your triggers or whatever is liars, you don't hang with them. If
Mhm.
your triggers or whatever is more conservatives, you don't hang with the liberals. Like
Mhm.
whatever your true core essence or whatever, that's gonna be reflected in your group. That doesn't mean y'all don't have a different thought process on how to get somewhere,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have the same ethics.
Mhm.
Steve a liar. Steve has been labeled difficult. Steve has. He's
Mhm.
been the villain that y'all keep saying Monique has. Steve has had all these stories. Okay. Ricky Smiley's a lie. Cedric's a lie. So to me, you hang with liars that also help perpetrate her being difficult. Now, mind you, all of y'all went on tour with her. Y'all went on the Kings and the Queens tour. Y'all have worked with her in proximity with Def Comedy Jam, with Comic View. I believe D.L. Hughley and Monique may have did a quick appearance with Soul Plane together. None of y'all said she was difficult. None of y'all. Y'all had already been working in that industry together
Mhm.
prior to that black box. And then all of a sudden, she's the most difficult. He even said in his video, I should say yes to drugs before I say yes to Monique. I should have said yes to drugs and no to Monique. That's a wild ass statement. Like the disrespect is unhinged at this point for what she said on there. I think Sydney should beat your ass at this point, but I know they're going to Jesus and love and sweet babies route.
Yeah.
But you at this point by his actions, I cannot be convinced that he is just as bad as the counterparts he hangs with. He
Yeah.
also used to say he knew about that Bill Cosby shit but never said anything. He's a not saying anything ass nigga. He liked to watch shit happen unless it directly impacts him. He doesn't seem like he's done enough growth. And the stories he told us about that deceased child and his daughter was extremely traumatizing, and it don't seem like he's grown a whole bunch from what I am seeing now.
Especially the way he just
responded was out of order. It's been out of order for a long time now. And even the way you handled the contract dispute, you and your team management, UTA, could have simply released a statement that said we were in good contract. This is what we were proposed to. We apologize for any confusion, but it is best that Unique and her team deal with that with a promoter. You didn't want to. You wanted to come her neck. You wanted to yell her and make her difficult. You wanted to go back and forth with her. She triggers the fuck out of you because she's telling the goddamn truth. Just like comments and comment sections, and everybody can say something positive and one person say something negative and you fixate on it, that's a trigger. It's something that they said that you find true, or you wouldn't be going down this rabbit hole. It tear you up. Something about it. Maybe a subconscious thought. You may thought you was a fat ass, ugly ass, raggedy bitch. And now she telling you a fat ass, raggedy ass bitch. You got you sit up here typing her back. But it's something triggering about this situation for him. And he needs to go and find the quickest licensed therapist.
Yep, I'm with you. So we got another video. Do you want me to show that? Stephen A. Smith decided to make a statement.
Oh, Brick from General Hospital.
To Monique. We'll watch that for a sec.
Brilliant. She's an Oscar winner. She's sensational. What she did in Precious, her phenomenal acting career, her comedic genius. Monique, I don't know if anybody said this to you, but I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to say it to you out of love. You always say sisters or brothers when you're talking to black people. Well, this is a brother talking to you, Monique. You look very bitter. You look like the light has been stripped from you. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to call you a liar or anything like that. I don't know. I never asked Steve Harvey or Kevin Hart or anybody or Tyler Perry or Oprah Winfrey and all of this other stuff. I never asked. I don't know. But I know that you're telling stories about Oprah. I'm not saying false stories. I don't know. But you're telling one thing about Oprah. You're telling another thing about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry leaves you a voice message reportedly, and you're airing the message. Well, how can somebody feel comfortable enough ever talking to you if they think that their messages are going to be disseminated to the masses when it was supposed to be a private conversation? You talked about Kevin Hart and how you were supposed, he said, I love you, sister. We'll talk in 2 weeks. And then after that, you never heard from him again. Okay. Did you play any role in that? I'm just asking. Did you? I don't know. But when you bring these kind of things up and you talk about Oprah, I'm quite sure Oprah ain't perfect. I'm quite sure there are an abundance of people, black, white, and beyond, that have had issues with things that Oprah has done that have negatively affected them. But we all know how much positive Oprah generated for so many of us, because she showed us the way in so many ways about how to excel in this industry and in life. Does it have to be that bad? Even after all this time? It's just a question. Something that I want you to think about. Shannon Sharp had Monique and Cat Williams. I'm not looking for those interviews to interrupt his shine. He get his shine, I'll get mine. But that's my dude. And if he comes across as doing something wrong or doing something that people feel that I should be compelled to comment on, that's why I chose to comment. That's my position. I hope y'all can understand and respect it. And if you don't, you don't. But you know where to find me.
On General Hospital, y'all. Y'all can with the soaps your grandma and them used to watch, and your mama and they would tell you to be quiet because they stories and he is on General Hospital. If you're looking for Brick, that's where he is. Now, I didn't know General Hospital was still airing. I found that out before the podcast and looked it up and had a good kiki in the group chat. So if you're looking for Brick, he will be on General Hospital. Okay. Um, what the hell is he talking about?
I don't care.
What is he talking about?
I don't care.
He said, I don't know what's going on, but I'm a comment.
Yeah, like
That's what he said.
He said nothing. He repeated how he received what she said. Like he gave us a recap of what she said, and he said he don't know nothing, and that's it.
I'm gonna be honest, Oprah ain't teach me a damn thing. Y'all gotta understand. I'm 34.
He also said, "Don't talk about Oprah." That's what he said.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm 34. Oprah ain't teach me a damn thing. Oprah is my mama. My mama ran to the screen for Oprah at 3-4 o'clock. I thought she was born. I was a kid.
I didn't
All
like
I know Oprah is Miss Sophia. That's when I started like. I don't have a connection to Oprah. Oprah didn't cross generations for me, like as an impact, like a Tina Turner or Angela Bassett. She didn't cross that line for me. Oprah ain't teach me a damn thing. I have never.
Oprah. My granny watched
nothing she said.
I was watching Beetlejuice in the other room.
You know what? And to be honest, Iyanla Vanzant gave me more impactful information. Whether you like her or not.
Our Oprah is Iyanla Vanzant.
I love Iyanla Vanzant. I would watch her and watch her seasons and be crying and shit. I'm up here trying to put my face in the ground in the hole and scream and shit. Like I thought that shit was
Oprah
groundbreaking.
That was Oprah for some people. They used to watch Oprah. Oprah was it. Like when Fix My Life first aired, we was watching that every Saturday night. We was stopping on Saturdays to watch Fix My Life. So that's our Oprah.
Yeah, like I mean, and as I've gotten older, some people like Iyanla, some don't. But what I can truly say is I tuned in more for Iyanla than I have ever did for Oprah. Ever. Oprah does nothing for my spirit.
I understand Oprah for the industry as far as Oprah like magazine and Oprah talk show and how this money. I understand what you mean as far as that, but I mean like as far as deep and influence my mind, because people used to like Oprah Winfrey's show. That was like a big deal.
That was a big deal. We didn't watch Oprah's show. I watched Price is Right more than I watched Oprah.
Yeah, I like Oprah to watch.
I watched Jerry Springer.
I like Jerry Springer. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, I watched Ricky Lake.
Right. But I watched Jerry Springer before Jerry Springer turned into Jerry. Jerry used to have a real show, y'all.
I don't remember that. I remember the mess.
I remember because he had black people fighting the KKK. They were scrapping, and I was like, beat them. Like I was a kid watching Jerry.
Jerry always had some mess on there. I was watching Ricky Lake. I watched, but Oprah never did it.
Had a talk show. I watched Tempest show.
Yeah, Oprah never was a thing for me, and certain interviews I didn't see till years later. Oprah was never that girl.
Raphael, Jenny Jones, Maury, Jerry Springer.
Hell, Montel. I even watched Montel, but I didn't tune in for Oprah. I didn't line up around the corner for them goddamn cars that she made y'all pay the taxes on. I wasn't on Oprah in that goddamn school that's now shut down. I wasn't on Oprah protecting all them predators. Everybody she gave y'all that was white ended up having a cult or something else.
By the time I would have started watching Oprah, internet was out. And I was able to see the clips of whatever they was talking about on the Oprah show. So like when Oprah interviewed Beyonce and Destiny's Child, I was able to go to YouTube and say Beyonce, Destiny's Child on Oprah. Like I didn't watch it live. I never watched Oprah.
No, Oprah was never. She's not. When I became aware of Oprah, she never sat right in my spirit. That school never sat right. Her coming on the internet with The Rock asking us for billions of dollars don't sound right. Oprah's never sat right with me ever, and nobody's ever said nothing to her.
Start like being like, oh, Oprah kind of cool until I saw her do the Legends Ball.
You know what? I didn't like Oprah because she didn't interview rappers. Before I knew that she personally didn't interview rappers.
Okay.
And I'm an era of hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm a seed of hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm one generation behind it starting, maybe two. It ain't old.
Right.
So you ain't got Ludacris in them on. This album slap. He's on the show, Crash. And when I found out years later that not only did you make him uncomfortable, you cut out his response to you when she told him that she don't like his music. Bitch, what the fuck that got to do with the movie? See, that's what I'm saying. Her little bougie classes ass, like she didn't grow up poor in a bucket somewhere. I never liked Oprah. Never. She acts so elitist and disconnected. Like I said, like you probably wasn't shitting in a bucket in the back of a woods because you ain't had no damn plumbing. Poor. Mm-hmm. I don't like hip hop. Next thing you know, you sitting on the stoop with Jay-Z. Get the fuck out of here. I don't like her. That pissed me off so bad about Oprah. Open up doors. Close them, bitch. Close them. Close them. Close the goddamn door. We don't care. She's not a pillar for us.
So
now I ain't gonna never get into celebrity status. I done pissed. I won't even be able to step foot on. You hear me? They probably gonna cut my Love and Marriage Huntsville fucking subscription.
Oh man,
fucker. Can't stand her ass. I do that. That's one celebrity that just absolutely I don't want to. She gets on my nerves. You hear me? And I believe she blackballing Taraji as we speak. She talking about them trailers. Taraji ain't gonna.
I don't like that. And if that's what the year of exposure means, it's time to get that type of attitude out where you really think you are God and you can ruin people's lives because they don't want to kiss your ass. Like, you got to get out of here. Because that's honestly what it sounds like is happening. Because
she got that man locked up somewhere. Y'all ain't seen Stedman in years. He probably gone. Listen, where is that man? Y'all ain't seen Stedman getting a Starbucks cup, grabbing a biscuit, nothing. Is he alive?
All I know
Did anybody do a wellness check?
Put your extra protection around Fantasia. Okay.
Girl, my prayers is up for Stedman at this point because where's he at?
And Danielle too. We don't want Oprah taking them on their wings.
They're not. Listen, ain't nothing gonna happen to them because they're gonna say that everything is Taraji's fault and it was a trickle down effect because Taraji led the charge. Taraji selling a children's book. Trust me. What Vernell say? He in the guest room chilling. So you think you ain't seen him at a Publix or nothing?
Okay. Hopefully she got checks for this new movie.